Passengers were the lifeblood of the Southern Railway, but freight still played a big role, coming in many forms from the humble coal drag to the Royal Mail. Winston was an express engine, of course, but Mr. Norton, the railway's manager, knew he was more than capable of hauling freight. He tried, of course, to keep Gilbert busy, but as time went on, he was able to do less and less. Thus, Mr. Norton procured a mixed traffic locomotive to the yard, a rebuilt Patriot that had recently been overhauled at Derby Works. It was the morning that the engine arrived that Winston and Shaw could be found at Red were arguing over their duties once more.
I absolutely refuse to cooperate.
Look, mate, I can't do both goods trains, even roasting. Why is it, Shaw, that you have to be so lazy?
Lazy? I'm an express engine.
Shaw sneered.
Who are you, lest you forget? You the dirty works, the dirty tank engines, and the mixed traffic half-breeds.
Half-breeds?
Yes, dirty engines don't know where they have been, or what they've built for.
Well, how could you say that? Your cousins, the West Country Pacifics.
We're passenger engines, first and foremost, Winston. Besides, there's a new engine coming today. He will be dropped onto goods trains, I'm sure. That will do. That will do.
The two engines glared at one another.
Right, Winston, go and pick up your goods train. Gilbert has arranged it for you. It has to be at Burgess's Hill by 3:30. Got it?
Got it, Winston said as he looked over to the sidings by the station and spotted the long line of freight cars waiting for him.
Sure, stop loitering around. Your stopping train is waiting for you.
Shaw said, leaving the yard hissing steam. Gun reddens, Winston muttered under his breath as he went to go collect his own train. Later, Gilbert was resting on a siding at the line's terminus, Sutton. After shunting some coaches around, at least for a few hours, the foreman then let him have a rest, but not for long. Gilbert, are you awake? Gilbert looked down to see the foreman standing in front of him.
Yes, sir. What is it?
A new engine just arrived today. His name's Felix. He's a standing rebuilt Patriot and the newest addition to our fleet. Show him around, won't you?
I guess I will,
said Gilbert, as he went off to go find Felix. Felix was waiting in the station. He looked quite nervous and jumped when Gilbert said hello.
Oh, hello there. I'm Felix. Who might you be?
The name's Gilbert. Have you come far?
Only Coventry. I've been prepared to see. Slight accident a few weeks ago at Nottingham.
What happened then?
I backed into a signal box after a bull got loose from its enclosure.
Felix looked around as he said it, as if there was an unknown threat lurking.
Oh dear,
Gilbert said kindly.
Well, there's no cattle here. Why don't you help?
Thank you,
Felix said, smiling for the first time in months. The pair had a wonderful morning. Gilbert arranged the trucks, but decided not to say anything so Felix could learn the yard's layout on his own. Back and forth they went, until the yard manager walked up to them once again. All right, Gilbert, you'll be taking the MLW and the train up to the tunnel, eh? While she's doing that, Felix, you'll be going along the line with the next stopping passenger service. You'll be okay.
Yes, sir. I'll try.
Gilbert took the MLW and their train, whistling to Felix as he passed by. Felix would eventually find his train, consisting of 3 Mark 1s and a single baggage van. Felix had a whale of a time. He went down the line all afternoon, collecting passengers and dropping them off at their respective locations. With the sun shining and the rails humming, things couldn't be better for Felix. When he made it to Radmore that evening, he found that there was no room left in the sheds, so he had to resort to sleeping on the coaling line. Everything seemed quiet as he dozed off, but he could hear his muttering coming from the shed.
I think we should send that Patriot packing.
Why? What did he do that was so wrong that you wanted him to leave now?
He's not a proper engine. At least the tank engines know their place and stick to it.
There were more cries of protest until Gilbert shouted for silence.
So, Felix is a nice, hard-working young fellow. Why not give him a chance? Gilbert's my good engine.
I'm being very, very harsh. Doesn't he do the same jobs as you? Or do you even have the same power classification as you? Shaw faltered. Right, let's start taking your smoke books and go to sleep. Felix was glad that the other engines liked him, but he felt rather hurt. He hadn't even met Shaw yet. The next morning, Felix ventured out towards the sheds, finding Winston, who had just woken up. Oh, good morning. You must be Felix. Oh, no. Felix said, as he went to go find his fitted goods, but Mr. Norton shouted something to Winston's driver, who then related to the fireman. Winston laughed. I can't go. I haven't got enough steam yet. Let Felix go. He'll do fine. Felix then realized he was being moved onto the main line instead of the yard.
Where are we going?
Shaw has failed at Thurmond with a hot axle box. He was going to rescue a train.
Felix was thrilled at this prospect. He quickly puffed off of the crossover and onto the main line. Eventually, Felix did make it to Thurmond, and he found Shaw sitting grumpily on his siding. Shaw looked at him with a look of disgust as he buffered up to the coaches.
They sent that to do my work. Just don't bang the coaches apart like you do with the trucks mixed traffic.
Felix, for once, ignored him, and the signal dropped, the guard's whistle blew, and Felix blasted out of the station, leaving Shaw in his wake of steam. Felix had a wonderful run. He blasted through the southern countryside, going fast and keeping the time. Eventually, Felix reached his destination and began to slow. As Felix sat on the platform, he felt pleased with himself about how well he did that day, yet he still did worry about Shaw. Soon it was time for the return journey, and Felix started making his way back towards Radmore. That evening, Winston and Gilbert were congratulating Felix.
2 minutes early, I'm in station master's impressed.
Gilbert said.
Thank you. But whatever happened to Shaw?
Oh, he's still where you left him. The works can't attend to him for the rest of the week, so he just has to sit there.
They're getting another engine to cover for him, however.
Gilbert said carefully.
We can relax now, fortunately. I bet we all had a long day.
Felix began from buffer to buffer with joy. Meanwhile, Shaw was cold and alone on his siding. He would learn his lesson soon enough, but that's a story for another day.